Hi everybody, this is Noelle from Petitti Garden Centers, and I'm here at Casa Verde, and I'm standing amongst the succulents. They have been such a popular plant family for us, and it's that huge umbrella that includes your cactus, your jade plants, your aloe, everything in between. So there's lots to talk about with succulents, but to be particular about their care. And again, succulents are a really good plant to start out if you're a beginner gardener and you want to get started with something. I think succulents are great. Only one thing that you have to consider is you really need a bright light source. So let's start out with lighting. Most of your succulents would prefer bright indirect lighting, so pretty sunny window coming in the house, a little bit away from the window, 6 to 8 feet away from the window, or right up against those windows, right? So again, they like bright direct light too. So anything from full sun requirements, bright direct sunlight coming into the windows, or a bright indirect lighting area, okay? With succulents, it's kind of interesting. Their temperatures can really be variable. You can keep them at a very cool temperature, like 50, 55 degrees, and they will go dormant over the winter, and then you don't have to really do anything. You really don't have to water, do any kind of care. So that's kind of interesting. But normally they'll grow very well in household temperatures, even a little bit warmer. So the 60-degree mark up to the 85-degree mark. Again, wow, a hot house, but they will love that. So it just depends on what you like to keep your household temperatures at over the winter time. As far as watering cactus, it is key to let them dry out almost completely, and I should say in most cases I do let them dry out completely, to where the soil is actually kind of pulling away from the edges of the pot, and then you can go ahead and thoroughly moisten the soil again. Because most cactus soil has a mixture of sand in there, it's gonna drain really, really quickly. And that's okay, that's the nature of the beast. We don't wanna have heavy, rich soils holding a lot of moisture around the root system. And their root systems are very, very shallow too, very small. So again, cactus soil makes sense, works very, very well for the entire succulent family for the most part. So watering again, thorough watering, and then put back in place. Some of these smaller cacti, maybe something like a small Echeveria rosette. This is in a 3-inch diameter pot. Maybe watering this once to maybe 2 times a month over the winter time. Of course, in the summer, if temperatures are increasing, light is increasing, it may have to be more often, and especially if you take any of your cacti or succulents outside, then you probably will be watering a little bit more regularly, more often as well outdoors in the summertime. One other thing that I want to mention, fertilizer. So cactus do love, they can tolerate fertilizer. I have a Spoma Organics cactus fertilizer here. So this is a concentrated fertilizer. You mix this in water, and the directions as marked is really applying once every 2 to 4 weeks, again, during the growing season. So April through September or so is really when these plants are going to be actively growing, and again, not growing quickly by any means, but that's when they're going to utilize the fertilizer, and it's not just going to sit there and not do anything for the plant. Last thing that I wanted to mention is many of the succulents you can propagate just from a leaf, taking a leaf off that succulent. So you can do that with things like the Echeveria. Each one of these leaflets on this rosette can be pulled off, can be placed in a moist, well-draining potting soil or cactus soil, and if it's kept a little bit more moist, it will work. The key is, and a lot of people forget this, and I was just about to forget it, is that if you can let that leaflet kind of cure, if you will, kind of sit there for about a week or so, and then plant it in that soil, that succulent is going to be much more active and productive for you as far as propagation is concerned. So just remember that, let those leaflets cure first, and then go ahead and put them in that moist soil and keep them on the moisture side when you're trying to produce new roots for them, okay? I have plenty of different succulents here. I love this kalanchoe or kalanchoe, I've heard people call it. This is called flapjack, these big kind of burgundy blue leaves, absolutely gorgeous. I have aloes, different types of aloes. This is hedgehog aloe, a little bit more thorny, if you will, so watch out with those. I showed you the echeveria, which are a great indoor succulent. They're pet friendly, they're people friendly. They're really nice to have around, very easy to care for. And then also I wanted to show you this one. This is one of my favorite succulents. This is blue chalk fingers. This is in the senecio family. Lots of moisture, but beautiful, beautiful succulent plant. And these can take a little bit more moisture in the soil as well. So if you tend to be an overwaterer, you might want to try one of these guys. I have barrel cactus behind me. And just so you know, a cactus is differentiated from, they have areoles. It's kind of a raised cushion around where their thorns come out. So that's how you identify one of the members of the cactus family among all the different succulents. So just keep in mind, they are really easy care. They do a really nice job as long as you have good lighting inside. Enjoy.